Hello and welcome to the Elk-Shaped Gear channel, where we help you make more informed decisions on your gear purchases. Today, I'm going to go over some dry bag options. These are some budget-friendly options. I did purchase these myself off of Amazon, so this is a completely unbiased review. None of the stuff was given to me to do gear reviews on, so here we go. I just finished up a 6-day float down the main fork of the Salmon River, and these are the dry bags that I had and used on that trip. All of them worked perfectly. They kept everything dry during the trip. I didn't have any issues with flipping the boat or anything like that, so take that with a grain of salt. I didn't throw the bags in the river to see how they would function that way. They did get wet. We did go through a lot of rapids and everything stayed perfectly dry inside. I've got a couple of different options here that I used. To start with, this is a Seal Line 20 liter. This was for odds and ends gear that we had. It's a smaller bag. This bag I've had for over 20 years. It works really good. I do like the fact that it's kind of rubberized where you seal it up. I feel like that might seal out the water a little bit better than some of these other ones that have more of a nylon strap. Although these ones, this one I got from Sierra Trading Post, pretty inexpensive. The Hurley brand, they just have the vinyl on the inside, whatever this material is. To make them waterproof, fold them together, get the air out, roll them up. You need a couple of good rolls on these, and then you buckle them together, and that's what creates the waterproof barrier for them. There are no zippers to break. These work really good. This is a 40-liter bag, and both my kids had one, as well as my wife, for all their personal items, all their clothes and such. Obviously, it was a summer trip, so we didn't have to have as much warm weather gear. We did bring like rain jackets, puffies, and thermals. However, it was so warm that we never used them. This bag I was given by Initial Ascent to do a review on. This is not as robust of material. It's not the coated, polyurethane coated or whatever these more robust bags are. I wouldn't recommend this for heavy use where it could get punctured or have high wear on it, because it's just lighter material. This one is more made for backpacking. This is made for my Initial Ascent backpack that I use, and I use this in later hunts, rifle hunts, where it's cold and wet, to keep the contents of my backpack dry. I just put everything I want to keep dry in there and put it in my backpack. We did use this one for some more odds and ends, and it did keep everything dry. It wasn't an accessible spot on the boat. We just kept things that we needed to get quick access to in there, and it worked great. This one was my personal gear pack. This is a 55. This is an earth pack. I don't believe they make this particular bag anymore. I got this one in 2019, and we generally use this for our beach bag when we were going paddleboarding or whatever, going to the beach. Keeps things clean and dry. Works really well. I also got just these cheap sleeves for our phones, and those work really well to keep our phones dry. I did actually jump into the water with this, my phone in this, and had no issues there. So now these two bags are new for this trip. I bought both of them off of Amazon. This is a Haimont. This is a Earth Pack, same brand as this old one that I have. This is a 80 liter. This one's a 90 liter. I needed one that was a little bit bigger, and I wanted to just do a little bit of a comparison on the two. Both of them work good. There's a couple of features on each one that I liked and stuff I didn't like, and I'll show you what I packed in each of them. And I just haven't unpacked totally from our trip, and so I was going to do this video so you could kind of see how much gear I fit in each one. This one I did unpack partially. It kept all of our sleeping gear in it, including the tent. I do like the fact that this bag has Velcro on the inside that helps you line the bag up and keep it aligned while you're rolling it to keep it waterproof. Like I said, you want to get a couple good rolls in here, and that kind of, as you can see, it doesn't let the air out. It makes it waterproof that way. Then these ends clip to the ends of the bag, and this is something I wish they would do better, is move this capture point down to the very bottom of the bag so you can really cinch it down better. And then it does have two cross the top compression straps. Get those in and you can really suck it down nice and tight. Keeps everything dry. Does have a zippered pouch on the outside, but this is not waterproof. Kind of show you what I packed in this. This is the bag we had all of our sleep gear in. I've unpacked some of the sleeping bags, but I had my sleeping bag, my wife's sleeping bag, 2 quilts for my daughters, 2 double mattresses, our tent, and some beach towels in here. Right now, this is kind of what I have, just kind of a comparison. This is the Nest to the Solitude 6 from Peaks. This is the Dyneema Solitude 6 from Peaks. Poles that go with that tent. I did bring some of these Sea to Summit lightweight dry bags, or our sleeping bags and quilts. I put in dry bags to kind of help keep them extra dry just in case this did leak, which it didn't. So that was a little bit overkill, but they were in dry bags as well. We've got wag bags, some TP. This is another lightweight dry bag from Peaks. I've got trekking poles for the Peaks tent. Did bring the game sticks. This has a light in it that is powered by a battery pack, and it really lit up the tent, so we didn't have to use headlamps when we were getting ready to go to bed at night when it was dark. Got TP. I have a tarp in there in case we needed to shelter. Got a stove, some other odds and ends that I've thrown in there. And then these are my 2 Climate double insulated double V sleeping pads. Inside this Haimont dry bag, there are 3 pockets that you can organize some smaller gear in. There's a mesh one on either end. And then right in front of this outside pocket, there is a sleeve pocket on the inside as well. So that is this Haimont dry bag. The things I really liked about it is the fact that it had shoulder straps, so I could hook this on as a backpack and it would give my hands free for carrying other gear. I like the big grab handles on either end and both sides. It does also come with just a single shoulder strap if you want to use that, but I prefer the backpacking shoulder straps, and that was the one thing I really liked about this bag that the Earth Pack did not have. That is the Haimont pack. Really like that pack. Lots of space to hook carabiners to lash it down if you need to. Daisy chains here. It did keep everything inside of it dry during our whitewater trip, and it did get wet, especially like on the bottom of the boat. Then it got lots of water splashed on it throughout the day while we were rafting. That worked really well. You definitely could use this as a top bag for a pack saddle and strap it down on top of there, and you don't have to worry about it getting wet if the weather's inclement and you're going for a drop camp or you're on a guided trip. This might be a good option for you. These dry bags are on the budget side of things. I will drop the link in the description below so you can check them out. So then this is the Earth Pack. I wanted to try this one out because I've had my other Earth Pack for so long and it's worked so well. I figured this would be a good option. Also, I needed one that was a little bit bigger than that for the rest of my gear. Kind of show you what I have in it. Closes the same way that the Haimont does, but it does not have the Velcro on the top, which I did like about that. Although this top piece is a little bit stiffer than the Haimont, so it does line up nicely for when you're rolling it to get it to be waterproof. Again, on these, I wish they would move this buckle down to the very bottom of the pack itself so you have more room for compression. As it was, I was compressing these to the max of the compression ability, so they could have fit a little bit more gear and maybe would have had more compression there. In this bag was all the other gear that I brought with us. I brought 2 big chairs for me and my wife. I brought 2 smaller chairs for the kids. I brought Dark Energy solar panel, 2 different versions. I believe this is the base camp kit from Dark Energy. It's a bigger solar panel. I believe it's 56 watts with their extra large Poseidon Pro battery pack. This is their backpacking one. I believe it's an 18-watt solar panel. And I used those to keep all my camera gear and phones charged up while we were out there. I also have a selfie stick and a tripod, first aid kit, paper towels, and these paper towels stayed in there, didn't get wet at all. Backpacking stove that I was testing out, some cordage just in case. I had a 1-pound propane bottle for a big camp stove that I took, some extra toilet paper, which we didn't end up using, but never want to run out. This is my possibles bag that I keep with all my gear. It just has emergency stuff in there, knives, that sort of thing. I brought my big camera in this KF Concept box. I wanted to make sure my camera was well protected from both getting banged up as well as being double waterproof. So I had it in a waterproof case as well as in a dry bag. I brought a butt pad and then some accessories for my action cameras. Inside this bag, you just have one big zippered mesh pocket kind of on the side, and it has 2 separate compartments. It also has a key keeper if you want to use that. And then it has this mesh outside pocket that you could put extra stuff in. So all in all, when I was getting ready for this rafting trip, I wasn't sure if we were going to be doing this more often. If you want the best of the best dry bags, these are probably not it. These are the budget ones. You're going to want to look at either Watershed or NRS bags. Those are the high-end bags, but you're going to be paying 3 to 4 times what these bags were. We were just going for a single trip, and I needed something, and I didn't want to break the bank on them, and I wasn't sure that I was going to be using them more in the future, so I went with the more budget options. The things I did like about this was it has a little bit bigger buckles. Did come with a single shoulder strap. I wish it came with backpacking straps. The buckles that went across the top, I like those a little bit better, the clip buckles, versus this one has a little bit more lightweight ones that are a slide closure. This bag also does not have as many handles on it as the Haimont, but it does have 2 big handles for carrying it like a suitcase, which for just moving it short distances and packing it was nice to have the suitcase type handles. Although with all the handles on this Haimont, it wasn't an issue. I do wish that this one had more places to strap it down around the sides, but it did work well, and it is a little bit larger capacity than the Haimont. So you won't go wrong with any of these bags. It kind of just depends on what capacity you're looking for. The Earth Pack bags do come in a variety of sizes, as well as the Haimont. They all work great for our trip. So if you're looking for a budget dry bag, Check these out. You won't be disappointed in either of them. I hope this video helped you make more informed decisions on your gear purchases. Please hit the subscribe button and we will catch you on the next one. And until then, I hope you have an awesome adventure.